In this video, I'm going to take you through engagement management. That means everything from a quick overview of this area of the merchant portal, creating an engagement. We'll look at how engagements look to consumers, and we'll even go back and we'll edit an engagement. So part of this will be, of course, uploading some media and creating watermarks as part of the engagement. But I'll also give you some hints and tips on what to do and what not to do when you're selecting images to watermark and then when you're reproducing them for demo assets. So let's start by signing in to the portal. Now this won't be a canned demo. I'm literally going to show you how I would get images from Google to do this. Although in reality, if you're demoing this to a customer or a prospect, you would probably be getting images in advance. But let's go to engagements here and shoppable ads. So we're focusing right now on the portal. In a few moments, we'll come to the mobile and we'll see how these things look. So this gives a list of the existing engagements. And at this stage of product evolution, they're all shoppable ads because they all relate to the buy workflow. If you don't see your shoppable ad at the top, then remember that you can sort any of these grids by tapping on most, but not all, of the columns. Some columns aren't sensible for searching on. So generally I'll set these so my latest watermarks are at the top. And what the grid is telling you is the ID of the watermark. It's a thumbnail if it's an image, or an icon if it's an audio. If it's a QR code, which are coming soon, then this will be a QR code icon. And we have the name of the watermark, or I should say the engagement that we created, the type of engagement. So this one's an image, this one's an audio watermark, expiry date, and then we've got two types of action. We can either view or we can edit them. Of course, we have the usual grid controls up here. So I can search for, imagine this list getting long, I can search for particular image watermarks or engagements that I'm looking for. We can set various filters, expiry dates, IDs, types. And of course, we can, let's do another one of these. If you build up the filters like this, you can also progressively clear them down. As before, you can choose which columns you want to show, and you can create default views, and you can page through multiple pages of results once this list starts to get long. And you can also export this list as a summary CSV, which you can then open in a spreadsheet file. Let's create a new engagement and we'll show you how that works. So we start by choosing to create an ad. Now, in the current version of the product, I can create an engagement, a buy engagement that links to a product or a category. We'll start with a product. Now, I know that in my products list, I've got some Joseph and Joseph bowl sets. So I'm going to name this watermark J&J bowl set, and the description is going to be London Good Housekeeping Magazine, July 2018. Now, when you're doing demos, I encourage you to use meaningful words here. Please don't just write test. By writing test, you're really going to create a lot of graffiti in the system, which you and others will see when you next demo. So let's keep the demos clean and solid. What you'll see here is we've got these help bubbles, which give you a quick little bit of help about the field to which they relate. I tend to leave strength as it is. You can read up about what this is if you like, and auto renew will leave on. And this watermark is going to link to a product. So that's the basic information that I have to complete. And then there are two steps. There's the assigning the media, so I'm going to upload an image, and then there's assigning the product or the category to which I want the watermark to link. So what are we going to use for an image? Well, I think it's quite a good demo if I just go and find something on Google. So we're going to go to Google and we're going to search for Joseph and Joseph bowls. Now, I should say that my internet speed for this demo is going to be a little bit impacted because I'm uploading videos, these tutorial videos actually, while I'm making them. But I'm sure we will get around that. So I'm going to do an image search for Joseph and Joseph Bowles. Now, the sorts of things I'm looking for colorful images, which have got plenty of detail in them and are a decent size. So something that is, let's have a look, something that's 540 by 540. You could do it. You're going to get a better result with something a little bit larger. So normally I like to look for something that's around 1,000 or so, 1,000 by 1,000. I mean, that's a beautiful image there. That's lovely. I wouldn't go for something that's got lots of white in it. So text-heavy images aren't great, but this is a nice one. Let's get this image. So I'm going to tap on it here. This is going to be give me some details about this image, and I'm just going to right-click on the image here and save to my downloads. So what I'm showing you now, this is just preparation. This isn't part of the Resolve process, and we got the image here, and I'm going to put it on my desktop. So here it is, right here. Nest_9. So let's flip back to Resolve, and here I'm going to upload that image. So that's a clean, unwatermarked image. It's on my desktop. It's this one here. Now, that's going to start uploading. I don't actually need to wait for that to upload. I can go down here and immediately pick my product. So I have 212 products here. It's going to take me a long time to scan through this. So let's make use of the grid and the filters here. So I know I'm looking for the Joseph and Joseph Bowles. So I'm going to type Joseph, and I'm just going to hit return. And that's going to filter this list to find me just the product I'm after. In fact, while I've been doing that, that image is uploaded. But I'm going to select this product here. My browser's doing something rather strange. So we've done everything we need to do. We've got summary information about the watermark. We've left some of the defaults here. We've uploaded an image, a decent size image, beautiful color image, and we selected a product. It's worth pointing out the online help here. So I mentioned that we've got these help bubbles, which are great. They provide a little bit of useful information. So this one, for example, help about what formats and sizes are supported. Well, this one here we link out to a very, very comprehensive online help. And this is all new in the current version. So it'll link to pages that are relevant to the context in which you were working. So this is all about preparing images for watermarking. Read our guide to ensuring your artwork will work perfectly with watermarking. So here we go, preparing your images for watermarking. So everything from what sort of images work best, file formats, limits on size, can I compress my images, what image resolution works best, color spaces, and more and more and more. Preparing audio files for watermarking, printing watermarked images. It's a very, very rich help system here. What sort of things should I check with my printer, for example? A lot of good information. That's the online help. Let's flip back then, because we're ready to submit this watermark to be created. So I'm going to hit save. We've got the three key parts, the basic information, the media we want to watermark, and we've selected the product to which we want the watermark to link. Now, the watermark has been successfully created, and because of my sort order with the highest number or latest ID at the top, here it is right at the top. So let's go and get that watermark. We'll download the created watermark. So we're going to view this now. And what we see immediately is a whole lot of help about how best to download and test your watermark. We may make this box collapsible, but right now this is very, very important information. To test the image with your own printer, use best quality settings, print at 100% scale. Do not scale to fit. This is the most common problem that we see. So let's scroll down here. It recaps the information, shows us the image, shows us the product, but we could just hit download from up here. So let's do that. Let's hit download. And this is going to download that watermark into my downloads folder, and it's right here. So here it is. Let's drag it onto my desktop. Let's put it beside the original right here. And in fact, because I'm on a Mac, it opens it automatically for me. You may have seen it open in the background. Let's close that. We'll just show you it opening here like this. Now's the time to flip to my app, my Resolve enabled app, and scan this watermark. First of all, let's just do something. Let's show this actual size. So this is now the actual size of the image. And I'm going to pick up my Resolve enabled app. Here it is here, and I'm going to point it at this image. I'm going to go about 40 centimeters away from the image. So here we go, up, immediately detects the image, and immediately takes me to the relevant product, which is the Joseph and Joseph bowl and cups nest. Now you've seen all the product pages, so I'm not going to dwell on this. Just going to buy that product. That's the transaction done, and I'm going to go back to the scan screen. Now, what's the next thing we're going to do? I think I'm going to stop there. I'm going to do a second part to this video, which will show us editing this same watermark or this same engagement.